Alright, this is the tail end here of our flight from Louisville International, KSDF, directly to Denver, Colorado, KDEN. We are currently over Nebraska, rapidly approaching the Denver metropolitan area. Things are coming onto us rather quickly. As you can see, we're going to be hitting the top of our descent not too long from now. Current time is 0051 Zulu. Total flight duration is about 2 hours 34 minutes, and at this point in time we are approximately 80% there. It's been going pretty quickly. We've got our autopilot engaged. We're currently at 36,000 feet. That is our cruising altitude. Speed's going to be sitting right at 270. We are just chilling up here, and things are going relatively smoothly. I've already armed the speed brake, and I've gone ahead and set our auto brake on. So at this point, all that we're going to need to do upon getting close to the approach is losing our altitude at the top of our descent and working our way down to the actual approach itself. We're going to be using the approach feature of our autopilot, which is going to bring us down onto the ground safely and on center line, provided it can get the glide stream and location lock and the localization. So if things go according to plan, this should be a pretty clean and smooth flight, or well, landing rather. This is the Airbus A319. It's really nice. I was flying the A321 earlier, but this was a relatively small flight, so we didn't need to take that much. So we switched over to the A319, and it's working out pretty well. This is the first day that I've been using this plane. I've already got all the internal components and mechanisms worked out to a T. So I will be probably releasing another video on how to successfully operate a Airbus A320 family series tutorial. That's essentially going to be showing you all the necessary configurations for flying this both in free flight and via VATSIM for a virtual airline. Currently, as you can see, oh, hello textures. We are flying for American Airlines flight 5760. Nice, beautiful plane. Nice, beautiful plane. It's a good view there. Got a nice wing view. As we are approaching the point right here, you're gonna see that that is actually the top of our descent. Our FMS has calculated that in order to get to a landing altitude by the time that we are going to be landing, that this is the top of our descent. So at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and flip seatbelts to on, as we're going to be beginning our descent. Very steady but worthwhile descent into the Denver metropolitan area. Okay. Now that our descent has started, go ahead and give you a nice view of this sunset galaxy until we get closer. Current altitude is 24 flat and decreasing steadily. Current time 0109 Zulu. Alright, gonna continue. As you saw there, we steadied out to 17,000 for a little bit on that leg, and now we are going to continue on down 13,000, where we're gonna hold for a little bit before climbing right back down the ladder we climbed up to get to 36K. End goal is gonna be 2,500 feet as we come into the approach. As the sun goes down, so is our plane here. We're about to reach 13,000 feet cruising altitude. Keep our landing lights on, but we're gonna go ahead and put on our taxiway lights. $13.4 and declining. We're coming right up on our mark as we're about to take a left-hand bank almost directly 270 degrees from our current heading at waypoint Lipke. Here coming in. I believe we are. Let me check my flight map. We are actually in Colorado now. We are about not that many nautical miles to the northeast of Denver. Like we're balancing right out, but we are going to continue on our descent right on down to 11,000 feet here. Very nice and slow descent coming in. This bank angle is going to be taking us almost directly to the Denver airport. We're just going to be over there in that direction. Fortunately enough, well, unfortunately and fortunately, if that makes any sense, there is no current air traffic control going on at Denver. So I'm not going to have to make any initial point of contact with them. I'm just going to be able to glide my way right down onto the runway and taxi into the gates. So for that I am thankful. Nothing against ATC, but sometimes it can be a pain coordinating things. A lot of unnecessary steps to be taken. If you're on an IFR flight plan, I don't understand the need sometimes to confirm things because you are scheduled in the system at your time, designated time. Sun's going down, it's so pretty. You know, for as bad a graphics as this game has, sorry to digress here a little bit, but for as bad a graphics as this game has, it really, really does have some breathtaking views in it, which I think we can all appreciate. Looks like we're going to be banking around so we can make a more smooth transition over towards the Denver airport. We should be banking back to our left here any second now, as we reach about 12 flat. Yep, here we go. Big ol' lake. That's what that is. Alright, looks like we're going to be heading down for about 9,000 feet here. Carrying on steady. Let's go ahead and confirm that we are going down. As you can see right there on our map, we've got KDEN. It's the airport of attitude. Denver, Colorado airport. We're going to be landing runway 35 right with ILS support. Always good to have. We're going to basically make a loop around and then come back down into the runway, which is going to give us ample opportunity to line up and get our approach right. Next point's going to be Drum. We're about 28 nautical miles away from that. Traveling at a speed of right at 210 knots. There it is, right up there, the beauty. I believe we're going to be coming in on this runway right here. One of those two. 35 right's probably this one right here. Man, that camera sensitivity. Better to get it lined up where you want it and then zoom. That is 35 right there. zoom us out a little bit on the map to a 40 nautical mile range. You can see the little loop that we're going to be performing. Probably going to swing out right about here. Make a more smooth transition directly onto the lineup. Love it. Current time 01:25 Zulu. We're gonna go ahead and do another another cross check as we come in just under 20 nautical miles at 16.6 give or take until we hit the bend to wrap around for our approach. Go ahead and take another look at our overhead panel here. Systems are navigational, engine pumps, fuel pumps are all good. Generators are alright, and everything is looking absolutely fantastic. Responsiveness of systems is on. Go ahead and give them 2 quick dings to let them know that we're about to come in. Runway. Go ahead and turn that on as we come down. And we are looking pretty good as we make our way into the final approach here for Denver, Colorado. It's going to be a lot of feather touch and go here. This is the second landing I have performed, in the wonderful and illustrious Airbus A319. I have about 11, 12 nautical miles from the bend to get back lined up with the airport and get all systems navigational and to shed that extra altitude, which is going to be insane. An insanely excess amount of room. I mean, of course, whenever I say that, obviously. FAA regulation state landing lights are to be on under 10,000 feet. It's a good thing that I accidentally forgot and left them on, even while we were up at about 36,000. Technically, I guess I didn't break an FAA regulation, so we'll just pretend that that never happened. Alright, landing gear is up. Let's go ahead and double check. Got our auto brake. Let's go ahead and put that on medium. No, we'll put it on low. We don't need that much. Confirming our speed brake is in check. Everything else is looking like we are going to be good as soon as we make this bend to go ahead and start really getting it. Things are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and flap to 1. we're going to go ahead and set our speed down to 200 and take that off. Automated. Actually, no, we're going to put her back on for now. We'll go to 180 once we make the bend. Give us ample time to start shedding. Here we go into the bend. Looks like we're going to have about 9 nautical miles before the lineup. Taking this beautiful curve. Look at her. She's such a good plane. Yes, she is. Or he. I don't know. I'm not going to assume it's gender. 2018, people. Watch what you say. Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and flick this bad baby down to 10 as we make our final approach. Yep. Called it right at about 9, 7.5-ish. About 7.5 nautical miles for the runway. Go ahead and get it lined up then. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Gonna be going right into 3.5 right. Perfecto. Perfecto Patronum. Alrighty. You're on the approach for 3.5 right. So we're going to go ahead and dial our speed to 180. Go ahead and bring flaps down a little bit more. Going ahead and chucking out our gear.
Sink rate. 200. Pull up. 100. 70. 60. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Right, little touch and go.
Retard. Retard. On taxiway. On taxiway. On taxiway. On taxiway.
Right. Alright, well, that was not at all how that was supposed to go. Oh. Okay. Well, that was not a good landing at all. That was horrible. Not on center line. Still probably gonna upload this just for the sheer funniness of that huge buildup. Just for that. I'll tell you what went wrong. My altimeter. Forgetting that it accounts for sea level. And so 5,400 feet we are in the mountains. I was trying to sink to 2,500, which would obviously put us in the ground. Luckily, though, I was able to feather the touch and goes that we hit. We hit 2, and both of them were relatively soft. There was nothing in the way, no obstructions. And the second time that we came in, we were able to narrowly miss the fences and the runway lights. That was... not the most bueno situation. Still probably gonna upload it for the memes, though. I mean, dank memes, right? 2018? That was a horrible landing. Oh my god. Yeah, next time... See, what I did is I, tried to... Right, yeah, I get it. Tried to compensate. Tried to overcompensate. I was manually lowering the altitude. What I should have done is let the autopilot play in for itself, and that would have been a phenomenal landing. This is so wonky. I really need to get a joystick, I tell you. At the current rate, this whole mouse and keyboard game is not treating me too well. Alright. You know what? Let's just...
On taxiway.
Yep, I know, lady.
On taxiway.
Sick drifts. This will be a my flight improvement type ordeal. I'll upload a full flight a little bit later. Just gonna park her right here. These are the cargo gates. Call it good now. We'll assume all 124 passengers that we had with us today are nice and safe, sitting in the back there. Whew! Alright. Oops. Go ahead and disengage that. That's good, that's good. Alright, at this point, I think it's safe. Go ahead and power our engines down. Feed the APU in. Alrighty then.